Hello there, another day and another video. So continuing from last video, talking about impossible relationships, that there's certain things that are done here where it is a sealed matter, especially as someone who is a Bible Christian. This is very evident that there is a limit to how much this forgiveness thing is. And even at that point, forgiveness does not mean automatical relationship. Forgiving someone and having a relationship with them after that are two separate issues altogether. Yeah? There are certain things here that someone does that you don't even have to forgive them. And then there's certain things here that you forgive, but in terms of you having in relationship, not possible. Not possible. Yeah. It can be either it's just completely no way, no relation whatsoever. It's not good for you to trust this person with anything just based on what they did. And last time I gave examples of two people in the Bible where this was an incident. About the case of Joseph and Potiphar's household, that what Potiphar did to Joseph, that was in terms of the future of Joseph and what a glory that is. Potiphar, he cannot have no share in that because of what he did to him. But doesn't mean that Joseph never forgave him. He did. He forgave him, but now start cooperating with Potiphar. No. Him going to Potiphar's house to eat food. Maybe he did that, I know, but I know that was not frequent. Yeah, you get my point. And what David did with the Philistine army here, that in the height of his youth and strength, he was in the army of King Saul. And because he's just such a great warrior and he earned that respect and he earned that promotion to be the captain of the army of Israel, as a job, he went and circumcised 1,000 Philistine foreskin in order for him to become the son-in-law of King Saul here. This is something that from the Philistine side of life, I don't know what they believe in forgiveness, but it's clear that after David did something like that to the Philistine army, there's no way this man can actually, what is it he can do good for the Philistine nation after doing something like that? Yeah? It doesn't matter how right David was in doing what he did. It doesn't matter how much the Philistine deserved that based on what they did to the Hebrews. The fact that from the Palestine side of things, someone who did that to you, it's a sealed matter. And they have every right to say no to David coming to do what not in their army or whatever, do what in Philistine after you did something like that. Yeah? So we continue on that topic basically. And we have to, as black people, because this is what I'm raising, because this is what my problem is about. White people are not the only people you have this control with. It's clear to me that the Arab nations are also that way. And this is something that in my opinion, it seems like they intentionally want to be white people. And they pursue white identity. They pursue white supremacy because their way of doing things in Islam is very similar to white supremacy. This is even where white people build their superiority complex from what is already there in the Middle East, even before Islam. Yeah, so this is something that has always been around in this Arab nation for a very, very long time. Yeah, and I am Africa, and everything surrounding me is supposed to be a reflection of what actually is the target here against this continent and its people. Now, in my situation here, these Arab people have many times they have sold out my blood. Like they really think they have some power here that whatever they can agree with white woman. These are Arab women. They can agree with the white woman, whatever. No more help, no more anything here, and then I can die. Oh yeah, we all get involved in tampering of food, things like that, and that. They did this multiple times, where they are confident that now I'm done. Yeah. Now who does something like this? Because the thing that is interesting about this thing is like this program, people get involved based on what they want to do. So it's just like the instance said in the Bible yesterday that based on what David did to the Philistine, it was really what he really felt in his heart against that nation. He already looked his nose down on the Philistine. He already think that they are an enemy force. He already think that their manhood is something that he have responsibility to fight and destroy. That is why he was able to get 1,000 Palestinian men killed and then by hand knife circumcision, collect their foreskins in a in a big collection and present it sold one by one. Yeah, so David really had within himself to be able to do something like that. Negative, dark feelings and intention towards Palestinian men and their nation. He was right. He was right, but after doing something like that, Palestinian men, if they are not insane, you cannot involve David in anything here, yeah? Because that is their integrity. Yeah? So, in my situation here, Arab women here, they have no interest in black women. And even in my situation here, the only time they get involved in anything here is to be evil. Is to work with white vagina, work against me for white vagina. That's the only time they're there to be found. In fact, they have gone so far in the way they do things here that they don't even want to see me on the road. For example, like where I am now in West London, Edgware Road, Paddington. This is a very heavily crowded Arab location. And these women, they literally don't even want to see me on Edgware Road because this is their Arab vagina territory. Yeah? Like they have gone extreme like to show how much they scorn me. They want, like I shouldn't even go to the shops to buy anything here. I shouldn't be seen on Edgware Road. Like they are just the queen boss here. These women, they're nowhere to found in terms of just saying anything to me. And this was even before all this began. Throughout my time in the UK, our women have found only, I can count like 2 to 3, 4 incidents, not even more than that. And each of those few 4, 3 incidents is just been about being evil. One, it was about putting some kind of detergent or some kind of cleaning liquid or whatever into my eyes on the train last year. That was supposed to kill me. An Arab woman was willing to do that. Among all the people in the train, she was the one who was willing to do that to me. When I was selling myself as a prostitute, this Arab woman would come look at me and just, oh, that's sex too. That is the only time they are interested in being seen in terms of my situation, when they are there to be evil, to disrespect and dictate and show how powerful. That's the only time they're there to be seen. And now, woman is the image of man, and this is the home builder. Everybody here, unless your mother is dead, this is the person you're going to spend a lot of your time with the beginning of your days. In fact, this goes on even into adulthood. There is this special bond to listen to what mama have to say. Because this is how the white race is built up. This white woman is a white supremacist bullshit bitch here. She's the one teaching everybody, feeding everyone to be white supremacists, yeah? This Arab woman is showing this kind of thing to me here, and they will go to the extent that they want to fight me at all costs here. Every way, even Christianity, they're attacking that. They want to run crowding here to gather all the Muslims women here to fight against me because they're Muslims. And interesting, in this Muslim women pride, whatever here, they have been excluding black women, Somali women, Senegalese women, whoever women here, they are not a part of this Islam system, whatever. In fact, when I was in East London the other day, I saw how two Asian Muslim women were literally disrespecting a Somali woman with her children. And this is all in the midst of all these we Muslim women all fighting against this nigga. But the Muslim women who are black, though, they're not a part of this. Something is definitely in this Islam that do say black skin, you're either cursed or you are nothing. We know that you're a slave. You don't need to read Islam for that. We know that this is a common mindset of Arabs and Muslims who are not black, that black people are slaves. Yeah. Now we don't need to read the Islam with the Quran for that, but it's clearly something to do with their religion, because these are women who have been able to sway the Bangladeshi women. They've been able to sway these other olive caramel skin Muslim women into this, and they collectively will exclude the black Muslim women. There's nothing in this Islam that is racist against black people. Even in Palestine today, stupid South Africans, stupid whoever here that, or Yusuf Arafat and Mandela in the 90s. The same Palestine, who even today, you go to the day, you find sections of towns here, slave areas. That's the name of these parts of the city. It's the slave neighborhood, the slave suburb where the black Arabs live and coexist. They're the slave neighborhood, the slave suburb. But here, these Julius Malema, who are stupid Ramaphosa, are going around Palestine. Who are you advocating for, to the point even going to the court or a international criminal law court? You can't just take your own Netherlands against you, what they've been doing to you in that same court. Hey, you can't take the Germans, what they've been doing, and maybe still do it to that court. You're fighting for same Muslims, so you have your those of you who were there for a long time, even the descendants of slaves who managed to survive somehow. You are the slaves. Even your section of the town is the slave town. Yeah. And then the history going on here that they never address, just like white people. In fact, these people haven't even tried to address nothing here. Unlike white people who try to twisting around to make themselves polish themselves, our people never try to polish nothing here. They never try to represent themselves or anything here. In fact, this is something that they become so upset whenever any black person mentions their slave trade history. Something so gruesome that you guys went person to raid villages. They went to raid villages and they took whoever and anybody who is too old to work or just cannot work for whatever reason, they killed that person. And they castrated old black men so that they cannot reproduce. They even have armies here of black men all castrated, because it's only them they can truly fight. Says who? He can have a man so that he can be a soldier. If the reason why you even select him as a soldier, because you really know he is a great soldier based on what you've seen them doing before you started anything here. So you tell me how on earth that now changes to you having to castrate someone in order for them to be excellent soldiers. You already select because you know they're excellent soldiers. So why you still castrate them? An entire army of castrated men, eunuchs, who does something like this. They will never address this thing here, and they are running tooth and nail. In fact, a message went here. I've been seeing a lot of things with white supremacy here. White people have always done what they do best, trying to polish things around, trying to make themselves look like doing something here. As always, they're not doing nothing here. Such as the King of Netherlands has come with lame, stupid shit, disgusting apology. Denmark have done the same thing. They have tried, according to their white supremacy shit way of doing things. But these Arabs here, they haven't nothing. In fact, they have been so busy now to abuse the situation here that woman can be powerful. Now they're thinking pussy is also now the queen of the earth here. And this woman is now sending these Arab men all over the place. Iran is going to Africa to make business deal with what kind of business? You to loot resources for white man here. Now they're going to get Nigeria into helping them to get rid of the sanctions with France. Little Nigeria is running for its life from France and the West. Here you come to amend things between Nigeria and the West. Why are you interested in that unless you're working for them? Because that's exactly what these Arabs are. They are in a lifestyle where they work for the West. It's not just my live stream with the streaming here that they are involved in persecuting me, they're involved in oppressing, disrespecting me, they're involved in time with my food, they're involved in getting me murdered so that they can have roof over their head, so they can have the businesses, so they can have money in their bank accounts. This is exactly who they just have become. Because God specifically showed me that this Arab man, he is the nephew, the white man is uncle, and in this enslavement, it's even worse than the black man's. When the Arab man is the nephew here, he has to do everything uncle tells him to do. And now is the white man interested in using someone to get things done for him? That's what's going on here. They're living off black people like they've been doing my situation here. You sign up that you will all kill, I'm going to die, you're not going to help me now. You get roof over your head, your stingy vagina is comfortable. This is what you even up to in Africa because this is you enslaving the white people. You cannot trust this Arab, that's just my point. Because at this point, they are under a lifestyle where they depend on doing things for the West, and the West pays them, compensates them, feeds them. And these are people who buy themselves without the West, thinks you are slaves, you're beneath them, you're worthless. These are people who themselves enslaved you, castrated you, killed you. They chased you out of your own homelands and made North Africa Arab nation. They haven't stopped even today. They still have aspiration to make the continent of Africa Arab continent. These kind of people are under a lifestyle of doing what the West wants, and the West gives them money. The West cooperate with their businesses. The West can use them anyhow, so long as they feed this Arab whatever they are being fed here. People who by themselves will do evil to you, now work for someone to do evil for you. What what future can we talk about here? Honestly, and what kind of person? What can you ever get out of whatever with this person? Someone they themselves by themselves without any white devil here. They do evil to you. They think you're a slave. They think you're beneath them. And then now, they work for the West and get paid for it. You tell me what paradise, what brother. Hey, Iran is the brother of Niger. But you came from the West, though, to amend things in Niger and France and the West. And you there, you want your hands on that uranium. You want your hands on the gold of Burkina Faso. You want your hands on cobalt from Congo. But you're the brother of Niger, though. I'm just saying, man, guys. I'm just saying, man. These are Arab, you can trust them, all of them. And stop fighting for shit, Palestine. Racist people who say that you're a slave. They even have townships of slaves just because of their history. Because you're black. You take who to put you which court. Waste of time. Waste of time. You're not going nowhere. I just stop all that all together and be very careful with this Arab, all of you. Up to you, it's just up to me. Just don't accept nothing. Don't accept no loan from them. No nothing. No business deal with these people. Just stop everything altogether. Whatever you still have going on with them, just find a way to cancel it and stop it altogether. That's all I have to say, basically. They've been doing this as an inspiration that an Arab woman can also lead and be a queen and powerful like me. This is what they're active doing. But in terms of them even try to lie that they are addressing their slave history, their current racial problems in North Africa. No, they're not interested to say no nothing. So what kind of a future can you have with someone like this? They're not even trying anything here, unlike white people who come with lame sorries, apologies, who try to manipulate here. No, these are Arab, they're not trying no nothing. They have no interest in even trying anything here. They just move forward with their racist, oppressive, dominant agenda. On top of it, they're working for the West. They get fed by the West to do what the West wants. Yeah? They never address any issue with you. Stupid black Muslims here, Somalia. You you say that your ancestor was an Arab man, so you now get on ship to go to the Arab world to find a job and they drown you there in the ocean. They never apologize for that. They don't have to, because under Islam, they're just brothers and whatever bullshit. What kind of a brother does something like that to you? What kind of a brother is it that if your daughter was to marry their son, that would not be accepted because of black skin? But a white harlot who don't even know this Allah, that is a blessing. Which brother? Which brother is this? Which sister? So people who don't apologize, don't address, they can continue in their wickedness, because these are the type of people who, from nowhere, just like white people, they're the one who came to this continent and started their evil things here. So you never did anything to give them an excuse to do. They started everything by themselves, which means they have independently, by themselves, within themselves, evil intent towards you. That's why they will be able to do the things they do. And based on the fact that they don't have to address, they don't have to apologize in order for you to cooperate with them and be desperate with them and having to do with them, they can continue forever in their wickedness. They can continue forever in their wickedness. They will continue forever in their wickedness because they already, by themselves, decided wickedness in their hearts against you. You didn't do anything to deserve that. You didn't even do anything to prompt that. In fact, they're the one who came to you in Africa. Did you go to them in the Middle East? Did you go to them in Portugal? Did you go to them in Rome? No, they came to you with evil intent. What does that tell you? They came to you with evil intent. What does that tell you? So, if they don't address, settle, and compensate the wickedness here, what makes you think the wickedness is going to stop? Because they came from nowhere with evil intent. It's not going to stop. It can never stop. But yeah, these are people. They're not your brother Somali person. They're not your brother Niger. They're not your brother Wichina. They're not your brother Mauritania. They're not. You can't trust them. They have their own agenda of domination here. But at this point, on top of that, they are working happily and proudly for the West against you, to do West biddings here. Swallow that one. But that's basically it.